Hi, welcome to my channel Her EXP. In this video today, I want to talk about the sentence enlightenment is the end of suffering. I was watching some videos where people are asking about enlightenment like this. When will I experience enlightenment so that I can stop suffering? Can I experience enlightenment in this lifetime because I've been suffering a lot? So after watching those videos, I felt like making a video on this sentence because I've been seeing this sentence everywhere on different platforms where they are saying enlightenment is the end of our suffering. So the enlightenment, this is a process which happens to us after our complete self-realization. So initially we will experience self-realization where we will know that there is something inside us, a soul, higher self, guiding us, this inner guidance. We will know that. And after that, we will go through an awakening journey, spiritual awakening journey, where we will experience or explore about ourselves. That means we will explore our capabilities, abilities, skills, thoughts, perspectives, views, point of views, different mindsets and different body conditions, different diets, nutrition, fasting. Like that, we will explore about ourselves in all possible ways. That means, for example, if I take an example of like speeding up and slowing down and everything in between, this is a very basic motion that we go through. That means when we are walking, if we ever look at a child, they will practice walking in different ways, like slow walk, speed walk, run, and walking backwards and walking sideways. So they will explore different walking positions and different ways of walking. Just like that, we will also explore ourselves in different ways and different aspects, in different ways, what we can do for what we are here, what we like to do, what are our interests, what styles we like, and what are the traumas in us that are transferred genetically and societally while we are growing up, and those repressed emotions, suppressed emotions, we have to identify them and we have to understand them and release them. And conditioning, identifying the conditioning, whether they are that particular conditioning is a false conditioning or a true conditioning. We need both to be here. We need both false understanding of conditioning as false and true, so that we can operate here, we can live here. So understanding our conditioning, gaining knowledge about emotions, like emotional intelligence, understanding all the emotions we can feel, how much we can feel, and what can we do when such emotions arise. And also they are like emojis. When emojis are super fun, why not the emotions in our life? Emojis are actually the sticker funny way of our emotions. So we are seeing them. Without them, we can't complete our conversations, texts, or in general, the videos where we are seeing these days, the WhatsApp, Facebook, everywhere we are seeing those things. They are about our emotions. And then we can understand about the importance of emotions in our life. So we need emotional intelligence. For that, we can watch so many movies. In our life also, we will go through situations where we will experience those emotions, And while playing games, while doing different activities, we will explore ourselves, our emotions through them. And if we haven't experienced any emotions, or if we haven't experienced any perspectives or thoughts, we will be put in such a situation, and we can go through that situation so that we can gain knowledge about them. It is like when we are supposed to learn about different turnings, different roads, and traffic. We will be put in a simulator regarding such situations. Such scenes will be simulated for us so that we can learn from that, and we can learn how to drive in such situations. So like that, we will be put in situations in our life so that we can understand what to do about them. And there is psychology, neuroscience, where we can actually, instead of life situations, already life situations are simulated kind of situations for our learning, for our understanding, for exploring ourselves. And psychology and neuroscience are offering practice sessions and exercises so that we can release our traumas, understand about us, conditioning, false conditioning, true conditioning, understanding about relationships, how to love, what is unconditional love, what is conditional love, how it feels like, and what we can do to express our love. That's our love area. And then job, professional, how to gain various professional skills. So all these things are exploring ourselves. Once this is over, we will automatically realize our complete self. Complete here means may not be 100%. To the required level, we can realize our higher self. Once it is over, enlightenment process will begin. This process involves energy rising and all through the chakras, and going up and coming out of the top chakra, and then becoming one with everything, with the oneness, with the super consciousness. So this energy rising, some people will feel it very subtly. They can't sense that much of energy rising. Some other people will experience this energy rising in a very profound way. Some people even experience the designs and colors all through their chakras during their enlightenment process. I personally study so many enlightened being stories, and also I research about the lives of so many enlightened beings and also spiritually awakening people also. So based on that analysis, I'm sharing with you my insights. So like that, it will happen, the phenomena will happen, and after that we will experience enlightenment, and we will come back here, and we will start to live again. Immediately after enlightenment, we will be like born again, so we will need to integrate ourselves here. It's like experiencing oneness. We need to again practice separatedness so that we can enjoy this life in separated bodies, like me, and people, them like them. Otherwise, we'll be like everything as one, then we can't lead our life here. So we will practice separatedness, and we need to integrate here with that knowledge, this body and mind again. And so this process happens just like before. Just like before, we are learning the things and moving forward, and experiencing things as feedback, taking them as feedback and moving forward. So just like that, things will happen after enlightenment also. But what happens here is, after experiencing or exploring ourselves in different aspects, from in like through the extremes, like if I take a scale, we can see the extremes of the scale, one side, the other side, and all the points in between. So we will experience things like that. now we can understand whether this situation happens or this situation happens. We know what to do. We have already experienced it before. Now, all the points in between also we have experienced. So we can easily come to the balanced state after in case we are put in such situations. That means after there will be limits also. Like in case we are going through a very tough situation, we know how to deal with that situation. We have already done that before. So we can quickly come to this balanced state because of the knowledge present in our knowledge bank. Say if there is earthquakes are happening, usually happen in Japan and Indonesia, like those countries. So they usually have a lot of knowledge how to deal with earthquakes, what to do when such kind of things happen. So if I am a new person going there, then I should gain knowledge about that. Even though it is like an enlightenment or not, we have to gain knowledge about that. Just because I am an enlightened being, it is not like earthquake is going to stop is going to stop happening to me. So it's like gaining knowledge. So when such kind of things are going to happen, we can know, okay, if something happens, we can do like this. Even if we are put in a new situation like that, we can know, okay, we can gain knowledge and we can apply that knowledge, how to deal with that situation. And that's how we can come to a clarity. So confusion to clarity. Before, we haven't explored like that. Like if anything happens, we don't know how to deal with that because we have experienced the things only one side of the scale. The other side we haven't experienced. But when we experience the entire scale, all the points in between, we can know like what to do with the current situation. And we can apply our knowledge, our techniques, our thoughts, perspectives, point of views, mindsets, and the various activities based mind body control, the conditioning of the body and mind. We can utilize all of that and somehow we can deal with the situation. This kind of clarity comes after enlightenment. When we have such clarity, instead of confusion, like initially there will be some confusion and we will go through some process of, okay, what to do with the situation, and we will arrive at the clarity with the solution. So now there is no place for suffering. The pain can happen. Pain is like an emotion. If we consider suffering like a prolonged period of the depression, that's what we usually call suffering. So we won't be going through that because our emotions are like short waves in a calm sea, whereas the suppressed and repressed emotions are there in us. Then it will be like whenever an repressed emotion arises in our life situation, then it will be like a huge tide in a very disturbed sea. So once we release all those things and we know how to express ourselves, we know how these emotions can happen, emotional intelligence. So we can understand how these emotions can happen and we can feel them. When we feel our emotions, they will be like short waves in a calm sea, come and go. So this kind of life we can lead. So whether we experience enlightenment or not, just before the enlightenment, we will arrive at this state. That's what we will usually term it as complete self-realization. That means we can come to a balanced state even though there is a life situation which can make us go through a kind of small disturbance, just like a short wave in a calm sea. we can come to this balanced state quickly compared to the before times. So when we have this ability to come to a balanced state quickly compared to the before times, where is the place for suffering? But people are looking for enlightenment just like a magic bullet for their problems. So the sentence enlightenment is the end of the suffering. This is true, but enlightenment is not going to end your suffering. We are coming from the place of confusion to clarity, suffering to peace by exploring ourselves, by realizing our true self, realizing our higher self. Initially, self-realization, and after that, going through the awakening journey, and after that we will arrive at our complete true self-realization, and after that this enlightenment process will begin. I felt it like this process as like sealing of the knowledge we gained, the capabilities, the abilities, thoughts, perspectives, point of views, mindsets, the different diets, our knowledge on different activities, music, typing, painting, sketching, coding, engineering, doing technology, cooking, gardening, whatever the interest, like sports. So the knowledge will be sealed and it will be with us, so that we can live here after experiencing enlightenment, coming back here. Some people will experience enlightenment and also liberation immediately after enlightenment. They won't come back here. For them, it's different. So I'm talking about the people who come back here after enlightenment and not liberated. So now here we can see enlightenment is not any magic bullet. Enlightenment is not going to end our suffering. That's not how it works. So I'm sharing with you here. Enlightenment is the end of the suffering means we have arrived at confusion state to clarity state, this suffering to peaceful state. Even though there is a disturbance, a confused state arises in our life, we will come back to the balanced state quickly compared to before. Not too much of like depression, too much of suffering like before. Before we haven't explored ourselves, the other side. Only one side we experienced, and so we don't know how it feels like to be on the other side and all the points in between. Once we know that, it is like in driving also, the simulator will have all types of situations that are possible on the real life driving. So they will simulate them inside the simulator so that we can understand them and learn driving based on that. So like that, we will go through all the things that can be possible in our life after enlightenment. So we will be going through all of them. So we have knowledge about such kind of things, and we have the tool set. We have the tool sets for dealing with the different situations after the enlightenment, just like before. Before we were learning, and now also we will be learning after enlightenment, different things we will learn. But based on the already existing knowledge, we will try to do the things after enlightenment also. So in this entire process, there is no place for suffering. But it is not like enlightenment is going to end our suffering. Enlightenment is the end of the suffering, but enlightenment is not going to end our suffering. Here, enlightenment is not any like magical state for us, like we reach that state and it will solve all our problems or it will stop our suffering. It's not like that. We can arrive at that state by learning about ourselves, exploring about ourselves, gaining knowledge, doing activities, releasing the traumas, and all such things we need to do for that. And one day we will definitely realize our complete true self if we are supposed to experience that in this lifetime. It's like in this lifetime, will we experience enlightenment or not? The moment we think of that, that means we are not doing the activity we are supposed to do, coming from our complete true self. Instead, we are waiting there, sitting there, and waiting for that state to come and solve our issues. Whereas the problems, the solutions for our problems are right here. When we look for them, they will appear for us. That's how we can move from the suffering to peace. If we have any health issue, we need to gain knowledge about that. Why are we suffering from that health issue? What is happening behind these scenes? What is that creating this kind of problem in me? What are the available options for me to do them, to apply them into our life and come out of such situations, such chronic situations, and be free from the disease. So I suffer from a chronic migraine for over like 30 years, and it didn't happen like in one day coming out of that all the pain. um, Initially I was shown the over-the-counter pills like painkillers, so I utilized them. It came from the knowledge of other migraine people who share their experience with it and how it helped them. So I tried to I utilized that option, and meanwhile I just try to complete the actions like studying, job trials, learning the courses, doing the hobbies within the availability of that minimum energy that we can get, because migraine is so debilitating. It's so painful. That's like it feels like a dead while living. So after that, I learned a bit of exercise because we can't move that much. If we move too much, again we will suffer from another migraine attack and it will give us migraine headache. And after that, slowly I learned about nutrition after some years. And it is not just about the migraine. There are so many other health issues also along with this. And finally, after so many years, after about like 30 years or so, I finally found this ketogenic diet, a carnivore diet where we reduce the high carbs and we will go to a ketosis state where we will depend on the fats for our energy. When I enter into that state, it is like me exploring this body, how this body can work with different energy fuels, glucose, fats, how it is going to happen. I explored it. So once I enter into that state, that's it. That's the end of my health issues, suffering from those things. So I learned that. After that, I've never experienced migraine again in my life. For that, I need to gain a very good knowledge on the diet, nutrition. I studied tons of research articles, I watched tons of videos, articles, studied tons of articles and gained knowledge. And also, we have to understand about ourselves before applying any such kind of diets, because just because someone says eat that, we don't feel like eating that. So we need to research about ourselves and that and match with both of these things and find a middle ground where we can put both of these together. And then like that we have to I did that, and from that suffering to peace, enlightenment didn't make me that. Enlightenment didn't stop my suffering. That was a journey, exploration of my true self. Like, what is it me? What is me here? This body. What ways it can work? What ways it can eat? It can do the exercise. I used to do HIIT exercises, high intensity interval training, and for 1 hour or so. After so many years of practicing, like very little bit of exercise, like 1 minute of neck exercises. So I started from there. Very small movements of hands, like horizontal, vertical, like that. So from there to HIIT exercises. So it all took so much of time along with so much of effort and a lot of learning, implementing, getting feedback, and again learning, getting feedback, and implementing, like that multiple times. So this entire process made me come out of the suffering. The knowledge helped me come out of the suffering of that pain, that chronic issues, health issues, and the bodily issues, the mental issues. With the ketogenic diet, most of the over emotions, feeling overly such too much of emotions can be balanced out. Also, all these things I will make videos in the future explaining them in detail. So I'm outlining them here. So now enlightenment is it is not going to end our suffering. It didn't end my suffering. Enlightenment just like that acted like a magic bullet and ended my suffering like that. I entered into this enlightened state, and it just removed this suffering. It's not like that. It is not how. That's not how it works. Enlightenment is the end of the suffering. After experiencing the enlightenment, there is no suffering. There are emotions. Pain is there, sadness is there, but not the suffering. So enlightenment is the end of the suffering. The sadness is good, but enlightenment is not going to end our suffering. What I explained in this video, this is how we are going to experience enlightenment. That's how we are going to explore our higher self, our soul. And after that, we will experience enlightenment. And after that, we will be like leading a balanced life where, even though there are situations where we may go to the extremities, but we can still come back. I personally haven't experienced extremities. I think there are certain limitations, certain limits where we move away from balanced state and come back to the balanced state quickly. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share for this video. The enlightenment is the end of the suffering, yes, but enlightenment is not a magic bullet. Enlightenment is not a magic state which is going to end our suffering. So that's for this video. I hope you like this video. I hope this video helps you in some way. If you like this video, please hit the like button and put your thoughts in the comments below. And if you are new to this space, please subscribe to the channel for more videos on self-development, spiritual awakening, and enlightenment. Thanks for watching. Namaste.